What is going on, Tentacle? My name is Billy the Squid, and I just ordered some Indian food. And while I'm waiting for that delicious buttered chicken curry to show up, I wanted to talk about something I'm very passionate about, and that is Elden Ring. Elden Ring has kind of been a big deal in my life. It has been something that's taken up a lot of my free time, and I am enjoying it very, very much, as is a lot of the gaming community. This game is probably FromSoftware's most mainstream successful title to date. There's no doubt about that. It's just the name of the game. It's just the facts that are laid out on the table. But with that massive influx of players, we also have a large portion of the community. I don't want to say large because I don't want it to seem like it's the majority of the community, but a very vocal part of the community that is trying to tell both new players and old players alike that you having fun playing the game how you want to play the game is wrong. And if you're not playing it the way that I am playing the game, I'm playing it better than you, obviously, because I have the more difficult or more, I don't know, less gimmicky way of playing through Elden Ring. And I just wanted to kind of weigh in on this because I think this is one of the most ridiculous goddamn topics that can possibly come up with a video game. And I think the only reason that it pops up with Elden Ring or FromSoftware games in general is just because they are known as the get good hard games of the modern day. FromSoftware games are supposed to be hard, and there are people out there that think that if you do anything in the game that somewhat trivializes or makes the experience less difficult in what some people say a bullshit way, then they have a problem with you and the way you're playing the game. You are obviously playing the game wrong in that situation, even if you're having fun with it. And it's just funny, man. There are games out there like Skyrim that have genuine difficulty sliders. Let's take Skyrim as a direct example. It is an open world RPG with difficulty sliders, but nobody gatekeeps people that don't play on the hardest difficulty in Skyrim. If you play on baby back bitch easy mode, where enemies only do like 25% damage to you and you do 150% damage to them, you're still valid in the Skyrim community. But if you do a magic build in Elden Ring, get the fuck out of here. You're not playing my game wrong, and I don't want you playing my game anymore. And I don't think people realize whenever they make these arguments, they're not just insulting the players that they feel aren't playing the game correctly or playing the way that they think the game should be played. They're also insulting FromSoftware and their game design decisions. They're also insulting FromSoftware and their game design decisions as well. Because FromSoftware, believe it or not, put magic and summon spirits into this game for a reason. And that reason is because there's going to be people out there, and FromSoftware knows this, that are going to find those types of playstyles fun. And all of those playstyles are still built off the hard work of the player in charge of them. Spells, you have to still gather all of them. You still have to get the build proper for them. You still need to have the resources able to use them properly and effectively. It is still something that you have to build from the ground up. And that's the best thing about RPGs, is building a build from the ground up and seeing it come to a point where it does make encounters stronger. That's the whole point of RPGs, is building yourself up to meet the challenges ahead. No matter what route you go to meet those challenges, every victory is valid. There are going to be people out there that build up the strongest summon spirits possible to tank all of the aggro for them while they sling high damage spells from a distance, and that is going to be a fun way for them to play the game. There are other people out there that are going to go into the game, not level up, only use the base club, never equip armor, and that is going to be the most fun way that they are going to play the game. Both of these people are still doing what FromSoftware intended, and what video games are intended to be in general: fun. This community is so passionate and so strong and so close because we have all experienced the same things. Through one build or another, we have all went through the same trials. We have all overcame the same obstacles. And that is what is beautiful about the Souls-like community. I don't know of many other games out there that have that kind of a tight bond, simply because FromSoftware has made an experience where every player is going to have to go through the same things. They can go different routes to completing those same things, but it is all still the same struggle. And I know there are bad eggs in every community, but once you start invalidating one build over the other, that is where the community starts to fall apart. And with how successful Elden Ring has become, there are a lot of new people trying to come into this community and be found valid in their enjoyment of this game. And there's just a few bad eggs out there that are making that extremely difficult. And it's always the vocal minority of players that make a gaming community look worse than it actually is. And the same thing goes with co-op. If you need an extra actual player to be able to beat a difficult encounter, or if you simply just want to because you enjoy playing with other players, then summon to your heart's content and don't let anybody else tell you that you're wrong in doing so, or you are trivializing an encounter by having a second player in there. Just have fun with it. These are video games. And people that are so uptight and want to dictate how other people play video games have deeper problems than whatever build you are doing on your own, okay? And I'm not even going to get into the PvP side of things because that's a whole different can of worms for a different video, but use the tools that FromSoftware gave you. FromSoftware has made Magic the most accessible it has ever been. Use it. Summon spirits exist in this game for a reason. If you find them fun and they supplement your playstyle, use them. Co-op has always been a feature of FromSoftware games. If you want to play co-op or need a second person to help you out with an encounter, use it. These are all tools that FromSoftware has deemed worthy of being put into their game, and nobody out there on the internet through their keyboard is going to tell you that you are going to play the game wrong by using what FromSoftware has given you. Just remember that. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. And I hope you all are having fun with Elden Ring. And if you want to see more Elden Ring content, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoyed what I had to say. And without further ado, Tenant Crew, much love. Bye-bye.